Hey everyone! Today I'll be going over how to apply for the OCI card. So for those who don't know, OCI card is Overseas Citizenship of India, and it allows access to India visa-free and unlimited travel to India, and you could also work and live in India. And before we start, I would recommend getting these documents ready, the copies of these documents, your American passport, your original American passport and copy, your old Indian passport. If you don't have an old Indian passport, you can use your parents' Indian passport, grandparents, or your great-grandparents. You can use your renunciation certificate, your naturalization certificate, your state ID to show your address, your birth certificate, and your marriage certificate if you're married, and also a work letter if you are employed. So to start off, we will be going on to the following website, ociservices.gov.in. Once we navigate there, we will be pressing close, and again, press close. Press OCI registration right here at the top, and we're going to press click here. And press continue, and then scroll down to the bottom and press I've read the instructions. And then we're going to fill in this CAPTCHA. And then we will press the fresh application. Okay, so I will be filling out this form as a naturalized American citizen born in India. You may find a separate video on my channel if you're applying as a minor born in the United States. So as we start off, we will be pressing the place of submission. So this will be United States, as we are applying from the United States. And the mission for this case will be Atlanta because the applicant is from Georgia. If you're unsure of which consulate serves your state, you can always search that up on the consul website. And for this part, we will need your American passport, and this information needs to be entered exactly how it appears in the American passport. So surname has its own line in the American passport, and that is also known as last name. So we will put the last name exactly the same spelling. And given name, the American passport often includes the middle name in the given name line, so please write it exactly how it appears. If you have ever changed your name, such as you made a spelling correction in your name, or you change the spelling, or you change your middle name in marriage or your last name, you will give the details here. But in this case, the applicant did not ever change his name. You will put the gender, the correct gender, and the correct date of birth. Next, we will also put the country of birth. This should be shown exactly how it is in the American passport. The state of birth is not shown in the American passport, but you should know what state the applicant was born in. And also, it only asks for state of the birth only if you choose India as the country of birth. If you choose United States, it will not ask for the state. Now, this place of birth needs to be entered exactly how it is shown in the passport. So if you're born in India, often it will just say India as the place of birth. And for the current nationality, we will be putting United States because Indian nationals are not eligible for OCI card. For national identification number, we will leave this category blank because American passport holders do not have one. And don't worry, it's okay if we leave it blank. It does not make any difference in the application. The visible mark, you can put any detail you want. This will be printed in your OCI card, but in this case, there is no visible mark that the applicant wants to write down, so we will just put none. Marital status. In this case, the applicant is not married. But if your applicant is married, I will show an example of that. We will have to enter the spouse's details here at the bottom. Okay, so the passport number will be the one from your American passport. And just as a side note, your American passport should be valid for at least the next 6 months. Also enter the date of issue exactly as shown. In the place of issue, if your passport is an American passport, the place of issue will be US-DOS. Previous passport number is not required, so we will also leave that blank. Do not worry if you do not put anything in this category. It will not make a difference in the application. So now we will put the father's name of the applicant. And this father's name should be exactly as shown in your birth certificate or their passport. Often it may include a middle name, so be sure to include that. Also include the father's nationality. Let's see. Okay. And also include the father's profession. And be sure to include the mother's name too. And also the mother's profession. If you do have a spouse, like up here, if you wrote that you are married, it will ask you if you're applying as a base of an Indian spouse. Most cases it will be no, because you are applying because you yourself are Indian. So in this case, please write the spouse's name if you do have a spouse. If you do not have a spouse, you will not be shown this menu. Here I'm creating false, just random names because I don't have a spouse. Okay. The date of birth of spouse. Please put the date of birth of spouse, and this should also be exactly shown as their passport. And the marriage registration date, note that this marriage registration date may not be the same date you got married. It'll be the date that this marriage certificate got certified, and your marriage has been certified at your court. The spouse's passport number, the spouse's passport issue date. Be sure this matches the correct info as shown in their passport, and the place of issue. And the relation of root Indian is talking about how are you considered to be Indian to be eligible for OCI. If you yourself used to hold an Indian passport, you are related to yourself, so therefore the relation to root Indian is yourself. If your parents used to be Indian citizen and you're applying because your parents are Indian, you will choose mother or father, and so on, grandfather or great-grandfather. Once you verify this information is correct, we will press save and continue. Next, we will choose the occupation for the applicant. And we'll choose the address of the employer. We'll also put the employer's contact number. Be sure not to include any dashes or parentheses or spaces. And also for your occupation, you will also need to include a work letter. This work letter can be written by yourself or from your employer. You just need to include that later. If you're a housewife or if you're unemployed, you do not have to include work letter. And if you are retired, you need to give proof of retirement. So the present address will be the applicant's present address, and make sure this is exactly as it appears on your ID, your state ID or driver's license. You will enter the zip code or area code in this line. You will also enter the mobile number that is contactable. A phone number can be the same as the one on the top. And also your email. Make sure this email is correct because you will get confirmation email at this email. Once this information has been verified to be correct, we will press next. Here at the top, you can see your temporary application ID. You can use this number, note it down in case if this browser crashes, you can go back into your application and start off where you just left. Once this information is verified to be correct, we will press submit. Okay, and this is a very important number. We will copy this number down because this number will be used for tracking. It'll also be used to start the application on the VFS website. I will go over the VFS steps after we complete this page in a separate video. So now we need to have our applicant's photo and signature ready. So we need to have the passport photo 2 inches by 2 inches. Make sure you have 1 to 2 physical copies of this photo. This photo cannot be the same photo that is in your current United States passport. You also need a picture of your signature. The signature, you can get the signature by getting a white piece of paper and signing on that white piece of paper. After you sign that piece of paper, you can take a photo of that piece of paper with your phone. You can use an app on your phone to crop the image down and email that image or airdrop the image to your computer. That's how you can get the signature done. If you want the applicant's passport photo to be uploaded to the computer to submit on this website, all you have to do is get your physical passport photo, take a picture with it from your phone, maybe about 10 inches above the photo, flat, no glare, no shadows. Crop the image down on your photo on your phone, then send over that new photo onto the computer for submission. So once you have completed those steps I have said to upload the photo onto this computer, we will upload the photo onto this website. So here's an example of a good passport photo. This is not my photo, but this is an example of a good photo. When you crop your photo on your phone, you don't have to be worried to make it exactly cropped because there is a built-in cropping system on this website. If you upload your photo and you do get an error saying recommended pixels is this much, requirement pixels this much, I recommend cropping the photo before submitting it onto this website. Same goes for the applicant's signature. This is a good example of a signature, and you could also crop it right here. Once everything looks good, we will press upload. Okay, the picture and photo have been uploaded. This is not my picture, by the way. If this looks good to you, we will press I do not want to upload again. I have uploaded successfully. Okay, and we got this confirmation email. You will get an email in your email inbox saying Part A has been complete. Once you're ready with all the documents, we will proceed to Part B. Part B will ask you all these questions. So the first question asks if you have applied for OCI for your family before. In this case, no. But let's say if someone has, you will give the name and relationship in this box, the reference number for their OCI card that will be found in the OCI card, date when you apply, place where you applied, and the status. But in this case, there is none of that. If you've ever surrendered your previous OCI card, we'll press no. Whether holding dual nationality, no. No. For the rest of the questions, you will have to press no, because if you press yes, you will be held for further questioning, and you may get denied. Or the compulsory military home conscription training. If you are from Singapore, this is required, but that will not hurt the OCI card. Okay. Present nationality details. So I said I'm applying on this OCI on behalf of used to being an Indian citizen. So this applicant used to be Indian citizen. So we will press he naturalized his American citizenship. And this was on the date of this. Random days. Okay. Other details. The previous nationality, in this case it is India because he used to be Indian. So we will press India. And we will get that old Indian passport, and on the top of one of the pages should be the renunciated passport number. Do I have relatives staying in India? In this case, no, but you don't have to tell them. Has the applicant faced any criminal proceeding? You will have to press no for this one. And we'll press submit. And this step is the part we will have to get all our documents ready. So at this part, we will press upload documents. Okay, so you may be wondering how to get all your documents uploaded onto the computer. So you have two options. One option is if you have a scanner printer at your home, you can scan the photo or scan the document and then scan it onto a USB drive and put the USB drive into the computer. Or you can scan the documents using a mobile app on your phone, such as on iPhone, there is an app called Notes. The built-in Notes app has a scanner where you can scan the documents and send it over to your computer or email it to yourself as a PDF. That works very well too. If you do not have iPhone, you could also download a PDF scanner from Adobe, which works very well too on your phone. So first will be the address proof. Address proof is your photo ID. The ID needs to be current. It cannot be expired. This is also known as driver license. Make sure that this ID is correct. So we will choose the correct document. If you do get an error saying maximum size is 1,000 kilobytes, just go onto the internet and put your PDF file into a compressor and it will fix the problem. Next, we need to do current passport. So this current passport needs to be the first two information pages, and it also needs to be the last 4 endorsement pages on the back of the passport. I recommend doing colored copies for all of these. And remember that all these copies need to be printed too. Your employment/work letter to prove that you are employed. And then next, we will be doing the Indian origin proof. And down here, we will be selecting previous Indian passport of self. If another category involves your situation, please press the correct category. So in this case, we will be uploading the first 4 information pages of the Indian passport showing the canceled stamp and photo and name and information, and also the last 2 pages of the passport in the back cover showing the canceled stamp. That is required. And remember, all of these documents need to be printed too when we send them to the VFS Application Center. Indian visa does not apply. We do not have to upload that. Legal status of parents is the only for the minor applicants. That would be a American passport or American visa showing that they're allowed to be in America. Marriage certificate is required. Despite what it says down here, please upload marriage certificate if you are married. If you're not married, please upload your parents' marriage certificate if you're applying as a minor. If you're not a minor and you're not married, then you do not have to upload this marriage certificate. Uh-oh. Yeah, this website's very buggy, so just if you have a bug, just refresh the page or exile and log back in. Okay, the next one will be the naturalization certificate. Naturalized as a United States citizen. This naturalization certificate should say on it that your previous nationality should be Indian. Also, we will be choosing the parental authorization, but this is only for minor. The parental authorization form can be found on the internet. If you type in VFS Parental Authorization OCI, you can find it. So first link, I will also link it in the description if you're applying as a minor. In this form, if you are minor, this needs to be signed by both parents and notarized. Relationship certificate. In all of these above documents, it would be recommended if you would self-attest them, write your signature on all of them. Please sign on all of them. Relationship certificate should be your birth certificate if you are the Indian citizen. If your parents are Indian citizen, you need to do your birth certificate and the parents' birth certificate, all the way up to the original Indian. Next up will be the renunciation certificate of Indian origin. So if you are a minor and you're not Indian but your parents used to be Indian, you need to upload your parents' renunciation certificate. Same goes for the naturalization. Please upload your parents' naturalization if you are a minor and you are not the Indian. So we will upload this. But otherwise, everyone should upload renunciation. Either yourself or your parents if you're a minor. Next up, we will be uploading actually that's it. The spouse OCI card only applies if you're applying as a foreign spouse. PIO cards, those are discontinued for a while. And parental authorizations only for minor. These two are for minor. Indian visa, we don't need to upload that. Okay, so we're gonna press final submit. After this is done, we're gonna press this generate PDF button. And after that, we will press this button down here. It is blocked, but you have to press that button and it'll exile the page. So, we generated this new form right here, and this form is our OCI application form, and this is what we need to print out. Cannot be double-sided. We need to get it signed on this page right here. Write your name up here, date, place, and signature. For minor applicants only, sign here, write the name here, and have both parents sign over here on the side, and also have a notary right here, notary stamp. So thank you guys for watching the OCI application part 1. After this step, we will be having to go to the VFS website in a separate video. However, if you are in an urgent need to do OCI, I may not get my VFS video done by then. However, the VFS website is a very simple process, and I will walk you through it really quick, but not very detailedly. The detailed video will come later, but for those who want to get OCI done now, I will show you how to do it. So on the VFS website, we'll be pressing USA, this category, and we're going to India. Take me to website. We will then be pressing the apply for OCI services. Once we are here, we will press apply now, right here on the top. We'll then be pressing OCI, and we'll be selecting OCI category, the state you live in, we're adult, postal, and you can select your mode of payment. Just a side note, if you pay by money order, you cannot get the included shipping. You have to pay for your own shipping on your own self. if you pay by credit card, there is an extra fee. We will type this in. We will press proceed when that happens. Uh-oh. There. And we will be shown the fees. It is expensive fee, but over here, this is important. Here's the document checklist. You need to print this document checklist and include all the documents when you ship it to VFS. Next, we will create our new profile. I cannot create a profile now because I already have one. So please enter this. And once you have created this profile, you will have to go into your email and press the confirmation link. Once you have already done that, you will press apply now again. And then we will already press already registered. And then we will sign in. And after this, we will press create new application. And then we'll press visiting country, your center, your main category, which will be OCI, application, new OCI, we paying by money order. And then we will press add a customer. Over here, we'll be pressing the the OCI government number, password number, date of birth, and this is day, month, year, so be careful of that. Passport expiry date. The first name, which will be this. Middle name, American passports usually include the first name, all of it, and then all of this, phone number, and then we'll press submit. In this case, I'm not going to press submit because I don't want to pay for this fake application, but you will press submit in this case, and then if you decided to pay by credit card, you'll press credit card. You'll enter credit card information. If you decided to use money order, you will have to go to Kroger or somewhere and get a money order and pay it to VFS Global LLC USA. That details is available in your document checklist. That tells you who to write the check to, or the money order to. And also, one last note, shipping. You need to if you don't use their shipping, you need to include your own shipping. 1 package there and 2 packages back, because the OCI and passport, American passport, come back separately, because in the application you do include your original American passport. So that was a quick overview of the VFS guide, but I hope you guys found this video helpful and useful, and I really thank you for watching. And there are more videos coming out, more detailed OCI videos coming out. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you within a few hours. Thank you.